Love you. Good morning, everybody. Jason Teeters here with Jetsetstate, and welcome to another episode of Wednesday Wins, where I'll share viewpoints, tactics, and strategies to make your day and your life better. So today, our conversation is about attitude. And so, by definition, attitude is our actions, feelings, and mood as it relates to what we put our energy in. And it also is a direct reflection of the actions, feelings, and moods of others. Almost in this sort of serendipitous cause and effect. And so what you put out in the world is what you get back. And so a good example of that is, like I tell a lot of people, how you respond to the world, how you respond to the situation is a direct reflection of how it's going to return the reciprocal. If you're expecting good things to happen, then most likely it'll move in that direction. If you're expecting bad things to happen, it moves in that direction. So let me explain. When you approach a situation, whether it be life, friends in general, if you approach it in a state of bad attitude, then most likely it's going to have the outcome that you seek. Right? And they say good attitude, well, good attitude, good day, fair attitude, fair day, bad attitude, bad day. And so I always find it interesting when I talk to individuals and they approach situations in this place of failure, or in this place of expecting the worst. Because the only thing that's going to happen when you expect the worst is the exact response to that. And so it's really important to understand that your attitude really tells the world what you're expecting from it. And so we find individuals that go throughout their life and their day with this bad attitude, right? And in that bad attitude, the rich stay richer, the poor stay poorer. There's never going to be a chance for me. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation. I don't know how I'm going to move forward in my life. I don't know how I'm going to have a better relationship with my wife, with my spouse. How do I become a better father? How do I become a better employee? And it really comes down to this idea of your attitude. And now don't get me wrong, people say, well, you can't just wish a good attitude and everything goes well, or a bad attitude, everything goes bad. But no, what you have to understand is the attitude you place on that environment, or on that situation, or on that attempt to move forward is a direct reflection of what effort you put into it, right? If I think that I'm not going to do well in school, then what type of attitude am I going to put towards it? Am I going to be the person that is putting the effort into it? Am I going to be the person that is doing their best? What up, Chris? What up, Derek? Am I the person that's going to actually try? Or is my expectations going to be that, well, I'm not going to do well, so I might as well not even try, right? And so the same goes with a good attitude. If I believe that the situation deserves a good attitude, and I put forth a good attitude, then I'm going to move forward to produce that. I'm going to pay attention more. I'm going to reach out more. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to be more involved. And so your attitude is a direct reflection of the success or happiness that you can try to achieve. So let's take a look at this just a little bit deeper, right? And the way I like to think about it is successful people, regardless of race, sex, background, demographics, right? They're all varying, right? But they have one thing in common. They have an expectation that they're going to do well, that the outcome that they're going after is going to happen correctly and be positive. And it's not this idea of, oh, they just got lucky, right? Or it just happened for them. No, with a good attitude, they put into it exactly what they expected to get out of it. And so as you think about your Wednesdays, right, and you think about moving forward, right, what type of attitude are you investing in your personal self, right? Because the outside, your environment right now, when you look around your house, when you look around your office, when you look around your family dynamic, right, your attitude is a direct reflection of that environment. It is a direct reflection. If you have a bad attitude about work, well, guess what? I'm pretty sure you probably have a tough time with your boss or your coworkers, or they're always putting stuff on your plate, or you can never get ahead. Right? But if you have a good attitude, guess what? They're giving me tools and tactics to move forward, to make my life better, to make my sales better, to make me perform better. And so you have to make sure that you pay attention to your attitude. And so I'll give you really 2 steps that I use when it comes to good attitude. And you can try this. When you first hear it, it's going to be a little crazy, but I love it. And if you want to try to change your attitude, right? If you want to try to change your current feeling about the environment or the direction you're going in any aspect of your life, take this little tip. When it comes to attitude, start by treating every person you come in contact with as if they're the most important person in the world. And I'm going to say that again. If you want to change your attitude, start by treating every single person you come in contact with as if they're the most important person in the world. And I'll give you 2 reasons why. 1, to them they are. In our own world, we are the most important person. So if you treat somebody with that type of respect and you come forward with the attitude that says that I think you are the most important person in the world, what do you think that interaction is going to be like? It can only be positive. And that goes for the person that opens the door for you. That goes for the individual that passes you. That goes for the coworker. That goes for the spouse. That goes for the person in line at the grocery store. Right? We're all trying to get through this life, and we want the best for ourselves. And the way we can do that is by having an attitude that gives the best to others. That's the world I want to create. That's the attitude I want to share with people. Right? If you treat others as if they're the most important person in the world, like I said before, number 1, like I said before, they are. Number 2, it's how you would want to be treated. It's how I would want people to treat me. Right? Because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I could do more. And so the easiest thing for us to do to start getting our attitude on point, to start moving in a good direction, is first start by treating others as if they're the most important in the world. Another thing you can do, the other aspect of that, is make sure internally you have a good attitude about yourself and what you're expecting out of the world and what you're expecting out of others. Right? Don't just sort of float through life with this autopilot where we say, well, I'm never going to get that. That's not good for me. That happens for others. They got lucky. Right? We could say that all day long. That doesn't change. Right? Because you're focused on it. Like I said at the very beginning, your attitude is a direct reflection of what you get back and what you put out. And so you have to understand on this Wednesday and every Wednesday after this, I want you to start. Now it's going to be difficult at first, but I want you to start approaching every situation with a good attitude. That's how opportunities happen. That's how growth happens. That's how you get in situations. You look at your boss. If you're in an office right now and you have a boss and it keeps moving up, and you look at the manager and you look at the vice presidents and you look at the CEOs. CEOs and vice presidents are some of the easiest people to talk to because they didn't get in that position because of some structure that they did. They made a couple sales over time. They got in that position because they're a good person. They come to the table with an attitude that expects others can be successful, and I want to help others become successful. That's how you grow. That's how you move up, and that's how you change the world. It starts as soon as you wake up in the morning. The moment you get out of bed, what is your attitude like? Pay attention to that. Now, I get passionate about that because by every single person that's listening to this right now and every person that eventually listens to this, we've all been hit with challenges, with struggles, with health issues, with financial issues, right? All that is the same for everybody. But the person that's going to make the best from it is the person that approaches it with a good attitude, right? Life is a series of ups and downs. It's a tedious and brief life that we have. And so you have to understand that your attitude is where it starts. You want to start a new business, it's come down to your attitude. You want to have a relationship or a marriage that lasts for 50 plus years, comes down to attitude. You want to have a child that grows up, that becomes the light of your world and does everything possible that they could do within their reason, comes down to the attitude that you invest in them. And so as I leave you today with this Wednesday win, of course I'm all motivated now, but as I leave you with that, I want you to remember, it all comes down to your attitude. It shows the world what you expect. And so if you can go out there today and every single interaction you today, I want to challenge yourself. Every single interaction, you treat them like they're the most important person in the world. And you see how your day goes. You reflect later today. You see what type of change they have. That's where you start. There's a million ways to increase your habit, but I think the easiest way is to start with every single person you talk to, they're the most important person in the world. So this is Jason with another episode of Wednesday Wins. Today we talked about attitude. I'm super excited right now. I'm pumped. So I'm sure anybody that engages with me today is going to be like, oh my God, that guy was awesome today. And that's what I want, right? That's what I want for everybody. So I wish you the best. I wish you a happy Wednesday. And this is Jason with Wednesday Wins. I'm out. Thank you, Derek. I'm glad you're pumped, man. I'm excited. And so this has been a fun little thing. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited. Thanks for Chris Gardner. I know he was on there earlier. Anybody else that listens to this, go ahead, jump over to my Jetsetstate page. That's where I give a lot of information, tools, tactics, and just a community that I want to build of like-minded individuals to share their experience with the world, to share what they have and make sure they can give that to others. So, happy Wednesday. Have a great day. And remember, you're the most important person in the world today. Thank you for being here. I'm out.